Okay. So I didn't call her, I just wanted to.
I've been warned about him. I
just wanted her to know why I was.
This guy. He is the nicest guy.
Okay, Jerry, we are live with no video.
Okay, thank you. Good evening and welcome to the Borough Park Council meeting August 5th, 2026. In attendance, we have Mrs. Brady, Solicitor Drolak,
Present.
Mr. Mitchell,
Here.
Mayor Kelly, Mr. Helen,
Here.
Mr. Shields,
Here.
Chief Cuskis,
Here.
and our Borough Manager, Jeff.
Here.
Thank you. We didn't hear from Kathleen yet, or Steve.
No, Steve I did. Steve will not be here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I did not hear from Catherine.
Good enough, thank you. We're going to stand for a moment of meditation. And we will have our chief lead us in the prayer.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Thank you. First, I would honor Jamie.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
Thank you, Jean. Do we have a second? Second by Sue. On the question, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Favors have it. The next, the approval of the minutes.
I'll make the motion to approve the minutes from July 1st and July 29th.
Thank you. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you, Jean. On the question, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Next item is our public comment. So anybody would like to address council, feel free to take the podium. You're welcome.
Hey everyone, good evening. Mara Lance again, 209 Electric Street. I just wanted to continue the discussion regarding some recent correspondence and just get some questions answered that I just had moving forward with the tree. So when I was here last week, we kind of discussed moving forward with the borough hiring a tree company in order to remove the tree. And I just wanted to check back in to see if there were any updates regarding any tree companies being contacted.
The homeowner sent us confirmation that on the 11th, it's being moved. So it says deposit confirmation as well as correspondence from the tree company confirming.
Okay, that was gonna be my next question, if there was confirmation regarding the appointment. So did you reach out to the company or they sent it to the homeowner company?
The homeowner sent us confirmation with the company, their numbers are verified as well as payment and receipt from the company. That down payment was placed for that. So,
Okay.
So we take down on the
Okay, so that kind of leads just to my next question, and this is just a hypothetical, just based on some conversations that I heard with the contractor and homeowner, just on the phone. They were discussing removing some branches. So my question is let's say that they do come, but next Tuesday, I believe the 11th, and if they just trim a few branches down. I wanted to reiterate that the tree itself, the canopy of the tree, the entirety of the tree is a threat. So what are your thoughts on?
The invoice and the scope of the work that was in the contract that was sent over to us, that was paid for it, so we're removing the entire tree.
They're removing the entire tree. Okay. And just if something happens on August 11th, forgive me, I've just been through it with them. I just wanted to check back in if it's possible if the borough would have like a backup plan if August 11th comes and goes and the trees still remain, or are we going to continue to just let the homeowner give more dates?
I mean, at this point, we have a signed contract with down payment, so if the borough, at this point, I think I would not advise them to spend money when we have a contract in writing for down payment.
Okay,
So, I guess I can't answer hypothetical, unfortunately.
Oh, sure,
As of right now, the tree's being moved on the 11th.
right,
Had we reached out to any tree cutters before we got the confirmation?
You got the confirmation prior to reaching out, so rather than reaching out to the tree cutters, that got there. It's not like it's the end of the month or anything like that.
Yeah.
That would be the story, I think, because this is within a week here.
I just wonder if, it sounds like it's in a pretty good spot now, but I wonder if, it wouldn't hurt us to call 2 tree cutters and get them to start taking a look at it just in case, so we have a plan in motion. It doesn't cost, nobody's gonna charge us or to take a look at it. I wonder if it would be worth just calling a couple and getting that process in motion just in case, right? Because I understand, they already gave you one date, this is the second date.
right, and I totally get where everyone's coming from, I don't want you to think that I don't hear it, it's just that from my perspective, I've been through this for over a year, and my fear, I know I shared last week, forgive me, I don't know if everyone have heard it, is just from my experience with them, I'm only sharing from my perspective, but my fear is that when they hear them get fined, or they hear, they're gonna get billed, they'll just say, oh, no, and just propose a new date, and then that date comes and goes, just like July 27th, it was supposed to be removed. So I certainly am very hopeful, and nothing would make me happier if the tree is removed next Tuesday. I promise you that's exactly what I'm wanting. I'm just trying to plan for, because I was hopeful it was coming down on the 27th, and then that date came and gone, and then we're kind of still here. So I'm very hopeful and looking forward to the 11th. I would just love it if, thank you, Josh, that means a lot to me. If we just had a backup plan, hypothetically, we could always cancel the appointment,
Right, it costs us nothing to make a phone call and ask somebody to make an appointment to take a look at it. No one's gonna charge us this quote. I think this sounds quite positive that we've seen an actual receipt of deposit and a scope of work.
Just to clarify, so everyone's on the same page, the scope of the work is for complete removal of tree, including cutting it down to ground level, hauling away all the wood. It's supposed to be out in this deposit.
Excellent. Perfect. Sounds great. Okay.
Good.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you, everyone.
Do we have anyone else who would like to address it? Next is police report.
July is come and gone, we're still here, so that's a good thing. We had our firearms training qualifications, I went over that, up with, Scranton Police Range, we've access to that. Everything went well, I got qualified. Our new hires started recently, also, firearms training, Officer Gibbons, with, his training, helping out. I'm looking at some grants for barriers. We seem to be having more and more events downtown here, which is a great thing. But right now, we have nothing to secure them properly. But the Scranton Police actually just bought some on a grant. I was telling you, done one of those. They're really nice. I don't think we need them in the scope for this courthouse, but they're really nice system down there. So we look for a grant for that. E-bikes have decreased dramatically. I think that everybody's noticed. Pedal bikes have increased dramatically. So a good thing. You might see bikes out there. Most of them are pedal bikes. I saw a concern at the last work session about flock cameras. We do not have flock cameras in Borough. So that's that. It's not on my radar anytime soon. And then Josh kind of spoke this into existence last time we talked about staffing. The day after that meeting, I was told that one of our very high volume working part-timers is leaving and going to South African College. She will not be working with us anymore. And then a few of our other working for full-timers, part-timers. Except the full-time job with the Wayne County Sheriff's, another one,
hired full-time by Pittston Township, Pittston City Police. Same one who was continue to work for us part-time, going on a military deployment. So staffing is part-timers.
And you sent, I take no responsibility for that. You sent an email on this topic. And we've been exchanging some emails about costs. And is this in everybody's packet? Okay, so Jen and I, well, Kevin and Jen met, and then Jen and I corresponded to try to get this together just so you understand. If we added a full-time officer, what is the real impact on what it look like for 2027? And the rough estimate here is around $70,000 that it would cost us additional for that full-time officer. That would obviously offset part of what we spend right now on part-timers, which is the second one there does. But the big difference is the healthcare and benefits, and we have to assume that they will cost us the max for budget. If they happen to be, if they don't, great, we do better, but we have to assume they're going to cost us the most. And then bear in mind that this is with a 75% year one of the full-timer salary, so that rises, so that difference goes up by another $10,000, $12,000, $15,000, something like that each year. So it's not insignificant, but I think we're going to be budgeting soon, 2027, and I think we certainly have to model out a budget that presents this option to us and see if we think we can afford it. I would love to see us close part of this problem for you if we can figure out it.
I think we've tried to build water for long enough, and she was still sticking. An additional full-time officer is not gaining us any extra police coverage.
Right.
We're staying the same coverage right now, which is minimal. Just this security that officer is committed to Clarksville Borough and be here.
Just helps you out your schedule.
Yes.
Yeah. Reliable.
So did you guys budget any overtime for the full-time officer?
Well, we have, and this is, by the way, Jen and I have been going back and forth on this. I would like to see us build this out even more completely as a full budget, because we also need these numbers to be able to give something to Clark Street. We have to have a good idea of what this is going to cost us next year. So we're still, this is sort of over summarized and oversimplified, I think. But I think, we budget for overtime as a whole. We don't budget for full-time overtime versus part-time overtime. It's just
Budget for overtime. I have the overtime numbers from 2025 and year to date for this year for any kind of comparison. So I have all those numbers.
Are we paying any part-timers overtime?
There has been parts that have, especially past 1 year now, but yeah, there's times where our part-timers do overtime. I think the way our current contract written right now is that a lot of the part-timers end up making more on a holiday than full-time workers as well. So there's that. I think our part-time numbers right now are more than budgeted. We rely heavily on part-time officers, and through no fault of their own, they have full-time jobs where they get benefits.
Jen, I think, this is the full budget detail that you sent to me.
Right.
For 25 and 26. I think we need this level of detail comparing these two options so that we can see all these different line items. I'm guessing that's going to be pretty negligible because overtime is based on their hourly rate, and the hourly rate difference is pretty small. It's the benefits that
Right.
really cost us a lot of money.
Yep. And I did account for a 10% raise. Did some research. Bob also filled me in that it looks like it may be around a 10% increase in healthcare costs. So I'd rather put the numbers in there. Worst case scenario.
And have we had any discussions regarding regionalization recently?
Not really. John Ambrose left me a voicemail today, but I did not get a chance to return yet. So I'm sure he's calling on that topic, but I haven't had a chance to touch base with him. But obviously that wouldn't happen for our next budget anyway. This is just a recurring problem that we have to solve. So it seems like directionally this is around what we can expect. But I do think, especially for the card screen conversation, we need this level of detail to be able to facilitate that.
Making it up together. But yes, this is a roundabout. You're pretty close here.
I can't see how we could do it earlier than 2027. I don't think we can carve out additional budget for this year.
No, I mean, we're making do. The guys get it. The guys are working a lot. I think they're working a lot. And then come fall or next month, New York will all be in well. So, right, a lot of extra staffing. The guys are here more than a lot of people want. That comes with the job, but they are contributing a fair amount extra. Like staff, you know, it's not extra run for that control or anything. Keep it down where we're at. Yeah. Look forward to working with you guys.
It's up to the mayor, would you like to?
Well, I'll actually hang out tonight. Hopefully
Well, you're
Clark
more than
Clark
welcome.
was Jink is here, and then some concerns, and then something else.
We have our.
You're setting a good precedent here.
Oh, no, that's fine. We enjoy having you. It's a quotes, Jim.
Nope.
Okay, the girls' treasury report for June 26th and July 26th. Do we have a motion to accept the treasurer's report?
Make a motion to approve the June and July treasurer's reports.
Thank you, Josh. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
You have a question? All in favor? All opposed? Good. Next is our vendor payments.
I'll make a motion to pay the bills.
This is for June and July. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
On the question, all in favor? All opposed? Carries. Under all business, resolution 826-12,
Multimodal grant, yes, that is, we discussed it last week if there were any questions. But this is to take care of 3 separate streets, Powell Avenue, Electric Street, and West Grove Street. It's quite a lot of work here that needs to be done, stormwater and paving. So it's a grant that we need this for.
Make a motion to approve resolution 2023-12 multimodal grant and authorize Chairman Carey to sign on behalf of the borough.
Thank you. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
On the question, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Resolution 2026-13, Depot Street parking meter suspensions.
This is for the Parks and Meadows payment, so the police can bag the meters on Depot Street.
Good.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2026-13.
I'll second it.
Thank you. Question, all in favor? All opposed? Carries. The next is resolution 2026-14, the Park Summit for payment request for Spring Street open containers and suspension of open container law. How far have you got with that?
So this resolution would combine, it's the suspension of the enforcement from 9 a.m. until 10 p.m. On August 15th, as well as allowing the open containers to be held on Spring Street as well as the back of the LFG studio or LFG parking lot. The diagram that was requested by Carson.
I know we have Scott here.
Yep.
Speak on behalf of the Parks and Meadows. So, is there anything, Scott, you would like to present to council the project is moving in such a positive direction.
Yeah, I think everything we discussed last week with the work session, there hasn't been really any changes. We're kind of just waiting for this meeting to see what happens. Regarding Depot, we did get a couple more signatures. Over to you.
Yes.
We
And you did,
talked to Silver School, we went in and had a meeting with them. They're on board with a little closure of their lot for the portion of the morning, very short portion. Be sure the morning that that street opened up. That's all.
No glitches so far, so that they can
We
change.
did get like 8 more signups from the YouTube. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2023-14. Clark Summit goes paving request for Spring Street, east open container and suspension of open container law, and authorize President Carey to execute on behalf of council.
I'll second it.
Second by Josh. Question, all in favor? Opposed, carries. Next is the open container ordinance advertisement.
nope, so to the Clarkson goes to, Depot Street closing. I have a list here that Mr. Shinko,
Oh, okay.
just council has to okay, but because it is a major street, council has to okay the, closing of the street.
Do we have a specific time?
You do, what was the time,
Yeah,
Scott?
so we originally had, let's close it the whole day, and then we understand that's not realistic. This is not a homeowner's residence there, so our race starts at 10 a.m. That is the first line, we'll walk in. So our walkers out first at 10. We're gonna go down around Bedford and then come down Depot and finish there. We're gonna put the finish line up as late as we possibly can. Our race director said it's an inflatable arch. They have a timing strip underneath them on the ground, but we're gonna put that up. It'll be blown up off on the sidewalk, and then literally we're gonna have walkie-talkies when we see people around in the corner off the center. We're gonna say put it in, and we're gonna close the street just a little bit prior to it. So ballpark times, the street we're hoping will be closed from about 9:50 a.m. until 11:30 a.m. That would be our ballpark time closure.
I mean, give you a little extra time, it's like 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m.
I mean, that would be fantastic. That would be great. Yeah.
So we'll do 9 a.m. to 11:30.
Just out of curiosity, why do we vote to close Depot and not close Spring?
Because Spring does not have any official addresses. We do not have an address
Yeah.
on Spring Street, so there's no technical, even though you can get in that
Yeah.
houses that way, there's no actual address. It's the only street I think in the world like that. So it's easier to close Spring.
Oh, so
Thank you.
thanks again.
Yeah.
So we just need a motion to that effect. I'll make the motion then that we close Depot Street from 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. on August 15th.
And I'll second. Thank you. Any question? All in favor? Opposed? Next is the Clark's Green Police.
The open container ordinance advertisement,
Yeah, do you do that?
we have, no, the council needed to vote if you wanted to move forward with the advertisement.
I know I said this last time. I would like to do that. I think this is going to make it so much easier next time we have an event like this too.
So,
So I would make a motion that we advertise the open container ordinance as drafted.
If I may, just on the question, I'm not sure how necessary this is. I mean, we have an ordinance in place. I don't think this has been an issue. I've never heard of an issue with people drinking in public or anything homeless or anything like that. If we have these special events, we can always just do a resolution like we're doing now. And there's a cost to the advertising. How many do we have to advertise it? Twice. So that'd be, I just don't think it's
We
necessary.
figured it would be around 1,500 each.
I think there's also been a lot of cost though to engage our solicitor to get this figured out this time around, which would be easier next time, but there would still be cost. And it's also an ordinance that's over 40 years old. So I think it just brings us up to date and solves this problem for us. So I personally stand by my motion. I think it's
Okay. So do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Jean, on the question? Favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Nay.
Thank you, we have it. That does pass. Next is our Park Stream Police.
I can just comment here that I've started to run some numbers on this. And obviously, like I said, we need to have some sense for what our 2027 budget is likely to be so that we can come up with some numbers to propose to Clark Stream. But the bottom line is that we absolutely need to charge Clark Stream quite a bit more. I just ran a few numbers to make this case. Per head in the Borough Park Summit, it costs us for 2026. If we take out what Clark Stream pays us, if we take out the sort of one-time sick pay payout that would pay Chief Yarns, which I think is reasonable to do, it still comes to $234.53 per head to police our borough. Based on what Clark Stream is paying us right now, they pay us $62.52 per head. So I know I've said in the past they pay us 50 cents on the dollar, they pay us 20 cents. And we commit in that contract to patrol them 6 hours a day, but also to provide them, it literally says to provide the same level of service that some of our residents receive. So we respond 24/7 to something comes up. That just, it's not sustainable. We also increased that cost by 3% the last couple of years. Our CBA increases our cost by 4%. So it's also eroding as it's currently written. So that's kind of the level set that I think I wanted to establish here when it comes time to put these numbers on paper. Obviously, I think it's unrealistic to go all the way to what our cost is, but it's got to go up. It's got to go up to get in line with what our real costs are. So those are just some quick numbers that I ran today.
And this is your 5 contract too. They know that there's going to be substantial. And I don't think we're going to get any pullback on it, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, I spoke to Bill Egan a couple months ago, and he said, we know it's going to go up. It's just a matter of what. But I think it does need to be based on, what our budget actually looks like and some percentage perhaps of what the per head rate is. That's kind of the way that I would like to draft it and justify it. So as soon as we can get these numbers together, I think we can start to circulate something that we can take to the next screen.
How long do we have in contract for?
This one's 5 years, but how long was the prior? Was it also 5?
2017.
So it's 10 years in total.
Yeah.
And prior to that, South Abington had the contract and stuff.
South Abington had their contract prior to that. Clark Street put up their own police department.
Next is Chief Costas Police Personnel.
Right.
This is,
Discussed it, basically, that was with what we
Yeah.
discussed with the numbers and
exactly,
what Chief has
kind of gone
expressed
over
already. Unless there was something
the
else.
situation with right now. We're gonna have to hammer something. Police stuff.
Yeah.
No applications from anybody looking for part-time police.
Not yet, no.
That's encouragement. The next is to vote to purchase the case loader with the $130,000 grant.
We have the grant, the cost, the grant is $130,000, cost is $168 for the loader. And following that would be to advertise on municipal for the loader that we have now that we would sell. It was projected, just an estimate of $65,000 that we might get for. Obviously not guaranteed, but we should do fine.
So we're gonna have to front the 38,000, but we should be able to recoup that from the
Right.
sale of
Right.
the prior.
Absolutely.
That's a win-win here, thank you.
So we need to vote on that.
I'll make the motion to purchase the case loader for $130,000 grant money. I'm sorry, to purchase person with $168,000 with $130,000 from the grant.
I'll second.
Thank you. Question? Favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Next is, vote to advertise on the
Municipal.
bid there.
And this is just to advertise it, so it's like, it will be, they'll come back when we have a purchase price or something.
When we, with the highest offer,
And then we'll vote on that number to make sure.
absolutely.
Make a motion to advertise on municipal ad for specifically as equipment.
It's a loader, but I don't know, I don't have the specifics.
The older loader.
Yeah, right, the, right.
Right,
I'll second that.
okay. On the question, all in favor? All opposed? Favors have it. New business, we have a letter from Mr. Agnizio on street signs. Jen?
Yep, so I assume council read this, Kevin and I talked about it. I don't know if you wanted to give your opinion on
Tough
it.
intersection for sure. There's, it's not a high volume intersection. But, no reason to live there unless you live there, you're getting delivery for your lot. But the signs would definitely help. I guess trucks will go out there. It's really a hairpin turn making it where their house is. So it could be an issue if there's no truck signs. You would probably help deter incidents from happening.
The only thing that I noticed though in this letter is they reference a Mascaro truck. Those are still gonna go down the road if there's no truck sign. A snowplow, that's still gonna come down the road if there's no
Yeah.
truck sign. So that's not gonna solve everything, but.
What was relayed to me was the liquid trucks was the main issue. Yeah,
Same.
I've seen trucks crash on straight roads. Well, right, they're gonna have to do some travel.
So would it be your recommendation that we do that?
Yeah.
We can,
What do we need to do? Do we have to just pass a motion to do it, or is there something else we have to do?
I believe we'd have to look, is it a state road or what are the two?
not state roads.
No, it's Ridge
Ridge and
and
Columbia, right?
Columbia.
Not state roads.
They're both roads.
I believe if we're gonna put a restriction on there as to no trucks, I believe it's about 10 miles. So what I can do is I can take a look into the combat regulations to determine what specifically is needed. But it does have to be something submitted to combat.
So based on the chief's recommendation, I think we ought to look into that
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
follow up.
That way we'd be looking at restricting it to only certain trucks or,
Oh, yeah.
because that would have to be delineated as well if there's going to be some sort of regulation of no trucks.
Coordinate with the manager better and report back to council. It's not a high volume intersection, but I think the signs are probably help.
So wasn't this the one maybe 2 years ago or 3 years ago now where they asked for a stop sign or some other sort of,
I don't think so. This is the other end of town up behind the cigar bar.
yeah, this is the same road though, but it's like a V.
Yes,
I believe they asked for some sort of signage at that V. So
Oh, that was a Columbia and Waverly.
I knew it was Columbia.
But it's a string.
I'll take a look and I'll some memorandums. Council.
Next is our solicitor's report.
There's one more on new business. I asked Jen today to put paving on.
Apologize.
Here's why I asked this to be put on. I mean, I'm glad that we've got this multimodal grant that we're applying for to do Powell. That's terrible. So that will go a long way. But here's my concern as we head into budgeting season. We slashed the heck out of our paving budget, paving like half a road this year. And I think we are going to rack up a lot of deferred maintenance if we keep doing that, and it's going to come back to bite us. So what I am curious is, like, what do we have from our engineer about the paving list, the expected, time frame? Do we have to do something? Do we have something like that? Could we ask them to do a 5-year plan of the roads that they think have to be done in the next 5 years so that we can consider how are we gonna pay for that?
See why not?
I thought he did that, he projected out. So I thought it was.
He's been really on top of it through the years, so
Yeah.
So if we have something like that, let's resurface it and refresh it perhaps. Because I think, you know, with rough costs of what all that's gonna be, because we should start, if it's a 7-year plan, we should budget for 1/7 of that every year. And my fear is we're well short of that based on what we're spending today.
I will talk to them about that, see what they have something now, and if not, they can develop.
Sure.
Thank you.
Our solicitor, there's nothing to report,
Nothing to report.
everything's going
Really
smooth, so
quiet.
that's great.
It's always good.
Actually, sorry, the 9/11 or the clock tower and stuff like that, you've been in discussions with them.
So yes, I spoke with Mr. Parasog, I believe it was maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago at this point. He's still in communication with Mr. Decker. They're trying to coordinate as to time to have that removed. So he's working with them. He is necessary permits.
Yeah,
So he is just trying to coordination with the property owner right now to coordinate which time is best. to Have that removed.
And then the 9/11 memorial.
we would take that when, once he removes it, we would take it and keep it here in the building for safekeeping. And I just got an email, I think it was this morning from Walsh Electric. They just wanted to make sure that they were to get in there to have the electricity so they can take it down. Mr. Parasol can take it down, and then they would remove it after that, the electrical box. Then the 9/11 memorial would come to us.
In the 9/11 memorial, we're going to take to the Pocket Park. We have to do some landscaping in the Pocket Park.
Yep, I went down and took a few pictures, and I was in touch with 3 different landscape companies today. Asked them if they can give me a mock-up of what they would be able to do and the cost of what it would be. I do remember when we were talking to the DeFazio family months ago with the whole tower debacle, that they said, you know, that they would be interested in possibly donating financially to it also. So I wouldn't have any straight costs as of right now, but Drew and I were just talking about it, and the next meeting is it the 2nd, right? September 2nd. And if I don't imagine, the park is pretty small.
Sure.
And you were gonna wanna put it in an area that already obviously doesn't have something there. So
Right.
if they could put something together, there's not gonna be, I don't think it's gonna be anything very, very large or overly dramatic or anything like that. I think it'll be something tasteful, and they could give us some idea of what they want to do, how much it would cost, and then we can go from there.
Is the bench with the road that would be.
I have to double check with them. That was the last thing we talked about. We didn't solidify it, but they had no issue with that.
I'm gonna be meeting with the Rotary tomorrow, and I will discuss it with them.
Sure.
And see, have them just send us a letter that it's okay to use that.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, that would be great.
Presumably they want this done before September 11th.
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what we were just talking about was, do we need to make a special, do we have to set up a special meeting?
Yeah.
And that's what we could discuss. Drew, I thought, had a good idea also. He said if council votes on it in the second, if we have everything ready to go, that it would be done within a couple days, I would assume. I don't think it would be something that would take weeks.
If the quotes that would be able to get firm that the work must be completed by September 10th, for example. So I think it's going to be probably the clock tower being dramatic. I think that can be something that can vote on September 2nd, depending on what quotes that we get back. So that could be something that can be voted on September 2nd, and the work can be completed that week for the dedication of September 11th.
And I'd have everything by the work session to your email, so there wouldn't be any surprise. You would see what our options are.
And we also have the gardening group down at the gas. They would be interested in doing some landscape gardening work around for the DeFazio families.
I thought if we could get an idea from the landscapers as to what they're seeing, I can share it with the gathering place, and just, just see if they have any thoughts or, because we did talk about working together with them. It would only be a good thing, I think.
I guess if you hear back from the people you spoke to about the quotes for the landscaping, and they say it takes longer than a week or two, we could always schedule a special meeting if necessary.
Absolutely. But I told them we need this information ASAP. So as soon as I get it, I'll start sending it over to them.
Do we want to recess tonight just in case we need that extra week?
That would probably be a good idea.
Good idea. I think, that can't hurt for sure.
All right. One other question on the tower work. Where are we relative to the 90 days that we were committed to having this done?
So that's, I believe that has passed. However, the clock tower is no longer our problem. Getting all rights and title interest of that clock tower is there as well.
I see.
He is in constant communication. There's good faith negotiations with them to get that done. So I think it's just a matter of coordinating the time and date for that one.
So we wouldn't be liable anyway if that went sideways.
Can I ask something too while we're here? Just how about the maintenance of the property now with our DPW?
The maintenance of the clock tower property.
Of that triangle there where we used to do the grass. Maintenance over there.
Snow.
Right, but for this time, until it's taken down, I mean, I just don't know.
That's a good question. Yeah.
We still our electric. We have, Walsh hasn't gotten that.
So we're still kind of tied to that.
Okay.
Something.
I asked for DPW to continue with it, obviously, until we know for sure.
Yeah, until it's done, I would say.
That makes sense. Yeah.
That sounds like a good plan.
So they're still in talks. They're still trying to figure out.
That's good. Thank you.
This will be the 25th anniversary.
Right.
So are we going to have some kind of an event for the Fazio Memorial on the 11th?
The 11th is a Friday. If council wants to
We could do it on Saturday or something.
set something up for.
Yeah, we could do that too, Bob.
We don't do exactly about it.
Yeah. As long as
It's
we do
Pocket
the
Park, it's
dedication.
for anybody to go in. We don't have any schedules, we don't have any set. Nobody can rent the park, that kind of thing. It's just free to come and go during the hours, but if you also wanted to organize something and whatever, I'd be happy to.
I think that would be a nice touch. It'd be a nice can stop.
And then I'll just send emails coordinating time, day.
Correspondence and prior to one executive session. A motion to recess.
I'll make a motion to recess.
Is it okay?
Could I ask one more thing? We mentioned it at the work session. The Knicks has to do their temporary one-day extension. They need something, right? So,
Resolution.
Yeah.
That should cover that.
yes.
So that will be signed this evening.
I'll have it, email it. I'll email it to you tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning?
Yeah, because it's, yes.
I will get that to you
Better.
first thing,
Thank you so
absolutely.
much.
I know that you-
Thank you.
Thank you. Josh, you did, I'm sorry.
Do we need a second on that?
Yeah, I think so. A second on that, Jerry? There we go. Thank you.
Big check there where it does pass this time.
45 minutes, it's not bad too.
Okay, let's-